Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. I very much appreciate your effort always to promote this channel. My name is Emmanuel Ngwakomwi. I'm going to talk to you today about an African son, a very special somebody, a theologian, a Christian, a teacher, a prelate, a community organizer, and a peacemaker. And this is in no other person than Cardinal Christian Tumi. Before I go ahead with the content, I would like to ask that if you are new on this channel, that you help us promote the channel by subscribing. Hit the subscribe button right there to make sure that we grow. We very much appreciate your effort. To those of you who have been riding with us, I will ask that you like this video and share it so that those that watch this will not miss any other content that we present here. We take the time to do some research and present very useful information here, be it in the health domain, well-being, and so on and so forth. So, as far as the content for today is concerned, I wanted to talk about Cardinal Christian Tumi, and who I term a very important son of Africa. You know, Cardinal Christian Tumi passed during this period of Lent, and I want to use this opportunity to extend my condolences to the Catholic community in Cameroon and the world over, and especially the people of Kikai Kilaiki in the southern Cameroons, where he was born. Cardinal Tumi was born in the 1930s in Kikai Kilaiki. So this is a man who went to the seminary in Nigeria. He studied in France. He opted to do graduate studies in Paris in order to be well equipped in the language for which he can function in the Cameroons at the time, being English and French speaking. Being a native of the English speaking region of Cameroon, what we now call today the Southern Cameroons, he wanted to learn more about, he wanted to learn French to be able to operate well as a citizen of the Cameroons. And so he had the privilege to study in France. Well, in his 90s, he passed in a local hospital in Douala, the littoral region of Cameroon, in April 2021. There are some things that stand out with the passing of Cardinal Christian Tumi that I want to share with you. Just as we mourn his passing, we equally celebrate some of the activities that he was engaged in to improve human dignity, to improve livelihood of the people of the southern Cameroons and Cameroon in general. Number one is around his appointment. I want to talk to you about the fact that Cardinal Christian Tumi was appointed as cardinal, which marked the culmination of his prelate. He was appointed in 1988, in June 1988, by Pope John Paul II. You know, Pope John Paul II was one of the very renowned popes of the Catholic Church. Pope John Paul appointed him as cardinal in 1988. It's interesting to note that Pope John Paul passed on April 2nd, 2005. And this is a period of Lent. If we look at Cardinal Tumi passed on April 2nd, breaking April 3rd, 2021. And for most Catholics and Christians, this day, in fact, marked what they term Good Friday. Good Friday is a day whereby Jesus Christ was crucified on the cross and he died for the sake of Christians. He died to forgive Christians of their sins. That's what Christians and the Catholics believe. So it's very important to note this period, the period of Lent. On Good Friday, we're talking about the passing of Jesus Christ in Jerusalem, and later on that very evening, we heard about the passing of Cardinal Christian Tumi. And then when we look back, we see that the one who appointed him also passed on April the 2nd, 2005. What a coincidence. It feels like a calling, it feels like a calling. So those are the two things to note about his passing. One of the other things to note about the legacy, the lifestyle, the activities of Cardinal Christian Tumi is the fact that he was not only involved in theology, preaching, he was very much involved in social issues in the society. He always wanted to see peace, especially in the Cameroons right now, where the two parts, the French-speaking and the English-speaking parts of the Cameroons, are involved in a bitter war of rivalry right now, whereby the French-speaking Cameroons have basically absorbed the English-speaking community. And there is a fight for autonomy since 2017. Cardinal Tumi has done a lot to play a lead role in bringing peace to these regions. He's done several things. He's done press conferences. He's done studies. He's done, even attempted to lead negotiations and provided information to the government of the Cameroons that can lead to the resolution of this conflict. But so far, he's gone without this conflict being resolved. So today, I want to note the fact that just like Gregor Mendell, for some of you who have studied biology, and especially genetics, you would remember, our prelates, they have the social responsibility to be involved in societal issues. Not before long, some of them involved in basic scientific research. And when I say this, I remember Gregor Mendell, the Austrian monk. Most biology students will remember him. The guy behind hereditary, the father of genetics, whose observations in his garden has led to the modern era of genetics, talking about Y chromosomes, S chromosomes, and so on and so forth. Well, Cardinal Tumi is not really like Gregor Mendell. He did a lot of work in the social sciences, but it was not related to the basic sciences. Cardinal Tumi occasioned one of very rare surveys whereby he administered a survey to southern Cameroonians to find out their aspirations as far as living in community with the French-speaking Cameroons is concerned. Top amongst the findings from Christian Cardinal Tumi's survey of over 1,000 Southern Cameroonians is the fact that he found that overwhelmingly more than 65% of Southern Cameroonians wanted total independence from La République of Cameroon, La République du Cameroon as we call it today. So this is where we place Cardinal Tumi as a researcher outside of his other roles as a theologian, a preacher, a prelate, and so on and so forth. This data that he presented has constituted the foundation for other studies around the issue of the Southern Cameroons and La République du Cameroon. And as he departs, I would like to say that he did a lot contributing to see that the Southern Cameroons and La République du Cameroon live in peace. We saw him making a lot of utterances during the national dialogue that was convened in the Southern Cameroons. He gave a lot of proposals to the government, making sure that these issues could be put in place to ensure peace in the region. Unfortunately, this has not yielded peace, but we hope that his legacy will stay on and that it can be translated to peace in the region. So again, Cardinal Tumi has made a difference in our society and we must commend that effort. As we close and we wish him well, I just want to talk also about the desecration of his body by social media enthusiasts. We know that as Cardinal Tumi passed, some overzealous folks immediately put his lifeless body in social media, which went viral. This is horrible. This is horrible. This is a desecration of the body of someone who is no longer living. And we frown a lot on this. Here at Empower Africa Now, we condemn in the strongest possible terms this action. And we call on the government of Cameroon to immediately put into place an investigation mechanism to find out those who were responsible for this. We must respect the body of the departed. I hope that they can find the culprits and not only punish them, but put them in some form of counseling so they may understand a few things around ethics and social media, because this is despicable. So once more, I want to extend my sincere condolences on behalf of Empower Africa Now to the people of Kilaiki in the northwest region of the southern Cameroons, as well as to the Catholic community in Cameroon and the world over. Thank you for watching. Please share this video, subscribe, and let's try to emulate the example of Cardinal Christian Tumi. Thank you.